What is up, guys? Welcome to another video, and today we're going to go ahead and talk about Super Street the GOM. A lot of people have got it twisted of what I actually think about that game. Obviously, I've made a few videos here and there, like 3 videos talking about my, news that's come out on the game because it's a racing game and I'm interested. But I have a bit more news that I want to talk about and just why I don't actually care about this game anymore. A few things happened in between my last video, and I just kind of want to talk about it. So that's what we're just going to go ahead and do in this video. Gameplays are coming back soon. I know, obviously, with the Crew 2, over this past week and a half, there's been a lot of commentary stuff. Don't worry, the autism, it's not going anywhere, but this is just something I wanted to get off my chest because it kind of fits in perfectly with what I've seen them do with a few other YouTubers. I know they've done interviews with other YouTubers, and this just fits perfectly in line because it's a completely different opinion to everything you've heard so far, maybe other than a few. So let's go ahead and rewind the clock back to when it was announced and go through everything and talk about why I'm actually a bit weird about this game. So Team 6, I think they're called, they have a history of releasing trash games, and when I say trash, I mean broken. I haven't purchased or downloaded or even played any of the games. I've seen YouTube footage, but I don't want to copy someone's YouTube footage onto this video. If you just search any of their games, they're all trash. Single-handedly ruined the Flat Out series. So initially, I was cautiously optimistic, but I was kind of looking forward to it because the game is customization. It's Super Street. If you know anything about Super Street, they are one of the most popular tuner mags in the world. But I went into it with an open mind that this is going to be an indie game, sold at an indie price with an indie experience. And yeah, they're selling it for $60, which in my opinion is a fucking joke. The Crew 2 is 60. So you got a little kid. Imagine a little kid. He has a choice between the Crew 2, which has bikes, boats, planes, all licensed with customization, with, the house apartment customization, with character customization, with stories, with gameplay and betas, which have been, put out in the public eye, closed alphas from players that have actually tried to help the experience. Then you've got Super Street, who haven't shown off any gameplay. And we're literally 2-3 months before launch. I think it's 2 months before launch. They've done a Q&A before they've even shown off an actual gameplay screenshot. If that doesn't get you worried, then I don't really know what will. I've been really positive about this game up until this point, but that was the last thing which kind of ticks me off. How are you going to do Q&As, with YouTubers and not show gameplay before you do a Q? That makes no sense to me. You've shown off parts that can be put on cars. We've not seen any race. We've not seen any race gameplay or free roam gameplay. We've not seen any of the race types. We don't know anything about this game, and they are expecting us for it to be of the same quality as a game like The Crew made by Ubisoft, Ivory Tower, AAA title. That is a proper AAA title, and they're expecting us to pay full resale price for a game that they can't. I feel like they're not confident enough to show gameplay on, because I can't put it down to anything else. The only reason they wouldn't show gameplay is if A, the game isn't ready and it's going to be a mess, or if they're not confident in the game they're showing off. And to me, that just sounds like a bunch of shit. I've got nothing against the developers. I'm very open with all my opinions. It doesn't matter if it's The Crew, Need for Speed, Forza, Super Street, whatever, Gran Turismo, I'll always speak my mind. And I find it almost a con at this point that we haven't seen any gameplay. The first thing companies show off when announcing racing games typically is gameplay. Forza, every year at E3, you get a gameplay trailer and an actual cinematic trailer. Need for Speed at E3, again, you get the E3 trailer followed by a gameplay trailer, usually demos on the E3 floor. The Crew, again, same thing. They have betas before and alphas before to make sure the game is ready. With this, we literally have this. What the fuck does that show other than this car looking like a PS2 model? It's awful. Not to mention there's no licensed cars, and their reasoning for that was because the manufacturers don't like it. But again, I don't really believe that, because if it's Super Street, which is Japanese tuners, you're not going to Ferrari asking for permission. You're going to Nissan, and Nissan posts this on their Instagram pages. That's completely different. This is completely different to the Crew 2 and Need for Speed that have cars like McLarens, like Astons, like Audis, like Ferraris, like hypercars, like P1s and 918s. This is a tuner game. Other than Toyota, which is granted because Toyota are being cunts at the moment, I can't see why anyone else, you know, being Nissan, being Honda, why they wouldn't allow you to do that, especially Nissan. I don't believe that Nissan wouldn't let you go batshit crazy with their cars. I can't believe it. Maybe debadging and stuff, like little things I get, but other than that, I don't believe it, really. You know, the whole thing about licensing, it only goes so far. I only believe it to a certain level, and I think on this level, I don't really believe it, especially when you've got games like Initial D in Japan, having cars like from Mazda, from Nissan, even Toyota, with a lot of customization. Don't believe it. That's a bullshit excuse. I get their budget probably isn't that big, but if the budget ain't that big, why is the game $60? Like, it makes no sense. And the fact we haven't even seen any gameplay yet, I just don't get it. It looks trash. Honestly, the one thing which is stopping me buying this game, and if they give me a code, yeah, I'll make a few videos on it. I'll probably give my review on it and give an honest opinion on it. But unless they do that, I ain't buying this game. I find it a bit of an insult to me as a consumer that they have the audacity to, you know, contact smaller YouTubers who probably haven't had the opportunities like that to Q&A devs like that. And I don't mean to come across the wrong way, but that's true. Like, they probably haven't had, there's probably a first for them. So they've targeted this specific YouTubers to do Q&As when their game isn't even ready to show off. And then they expect us to pay $60 for a game which isn't even ready. That, to me, as a consumer, and the fact that they keep, you know, bringing it down people's throat, it really annoys me. It really, really frustrates me. The only thing which frustrates me about this whole thing is they expect us as consumers to pay full retail price. Even $30 is too much for a game like this. It is too much for a game like this. This should be 15 to 20. It's not anywhere near the experience that a game like The Crew, like Need for Speed Payback, like Forza, and as much as we trash Need for Speed Payback, this isn't on the same level as that game. It really frustrates me. It really frustrates me how I feel like we are being taken a bit for fools. I don't really understand. No licensed cars. No licensed cars for a Super Street game. A magazine which has been built around specific manufacturers. If you go on their website, chances are it's either a Mazda, a Honda, a Toyota, or a Nissan. Four manufacturers, that is. 4. Like, genuinely speechless. It gets me so angry. So angry. I'm sure a lot of you guys can understand where I'm coming from. Because I wanted this game to be good. Like you guys, I wanted this game to be from a place of, you know, like I wanted it to be their redemption. You know, Team 6's redemption for all the shit games they've made in the past. But by the seams of things, the fact that we're now in July pretty much, and end of May, July, we still haven't seen gameplay. What are you doing? What are you doing? Why have you not released just a race or menu like UI? You know, like, why? Like, I don't understand. That's not even that hard. Like, there's so many people with Tokyo Nights concepts and UIs. I can't believe it's that hard to show off UI in the game, to show off, you know, like how the customization works in game. I would not buy this game. If you actually take my opinion seriously, and you want some proper consumer advice, don't buy this game, especially on launch. It just seems like scummy practice to me. Wait till afterwards. Hopefully I'm proven wrong, and hopefully it's an amazing game, and hopefully that happens. But if this is actually being sold at $60, which I'm fairly sure it is, stay as far away as you can. I am disgusted that companies do things like this. You've got companies like Codemasters releasing games like Onrush that have been properly being given, you know, genuine like care into their games, and that hasn't got anywhere near as much coverage as this, and that really saddens me, because I know the people at Evolution Studios, previously called Evolution Studios, who are now at Codemasters, have really sunk. Like, it's not my type of game, but they've really sunk their heart and soul into making that shit good. And you got people over here who haven't even got the balls to release gameplay of a game which is being released in almost a month and a half's time. Someone needed to say that. I know Theo made a video on it, but he kind of just screamed and he seemed negative from the start. I've wanted to be positive about this game, and that's really all my opinions on it. Am I going to buy it? If it's not full price, yes. If I get given a code, yes. Otherwise, I'm going to be playing The Crew 2, Forza, and then, you know, the Under the Hood article for Need for Speed out tomorrow. So let's hope that's good as well. So that being said, that's been it for this video today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know, do you agree with what I have to say? I imagine a lot of you will be. I imagine a lot of people are probably going to be annoyed with a lot of things I've got to say in this video. But that's been it for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you hit the like, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. You guys have been awesome. Stay safe and peace.